Here the star for the star now. We back at you. For this video, we got a representation of some of the things that I've been saying as far as if we continue to beat, whoop, and discipline our kids in such a way in 2022, this ain't nothing but modern day slavery. This ain't nothing but a modern, your house, your home ain't nothing but a modern day plantation. Let's start to instill more rational thinking in our children, not more disciplinary actions for when my child doesn't do something according to my way of thinking. Got that sauce. Whoa, I was gonna say, yeah, y'all be going through it today, ain't y'all?
The death of a 3-year-old girl in Gary less than a week ago has officially been ruled a homicide.
The medical examiner determining she died of multiple blunt force injuries. CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey has been digging into what happened and joins us live from Colmer Children's Hospital. Megan.
Brett and Erica, 3-year-old Zoey Glenn was taken here on Tuesday after Gary police responded to a call of an unresponsive child. Now, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office says she died on Friday and this morning confirmed that she was a victim of child abuse.
Being around to call on Clark Road.
Zoey Glenn's pink bike rests on the front lawn of her Gary apartment on Clark Road. Her mom, 28-year-old Tiara Glenn, told police that her 3-year-old was crying hysterically. Zoey Glenn's pink bike rests on the front lawn of her Gary apartment on Clark Road. Her mom, 28-year-old Tiara...
28. This is why I say we got children out here raising children. Look at this girl. She made sure she was looking good prior to being arrested. Obviously, you can tell from the color highlights in her hair that she took a liking to her presence being seen in real life or through social media, which we can almost guarantee it was more or less through social media. I bet she wasn't posting that she beating her kids and doing all this other inhumane shit to your black child, your black queen. All these women think they say they queens, they black queens. Little do we don't know what the fuck they doing to their kids at home. Because evidently they letting other men discipline kids that has no blood ties to them. So when you do that and a man ain't got it all, he tends to take things to a extreme because he doesn't feel any emotional attachment to that child.
Tiara Glenn told police that her 3-year-old was crying hysterically, started to hyperventilate, and then became unresponsive.
3-year-old, I believe, they're starting CPR.
Glenn initially told police Zoey was disciplined for not eating her food. The victim's 5-year-old...
Did y'all just hear what she just said?
...of her Gary apartment on Clark Road. Her mom, 28-year-old Tiara Glenn, told police that her 3-year-old was crying hysterically, started to hyperventilate, and then became unresponsive.
3-year-old, I believe, they're starting CPR.
A 3-year-old.
Glenn initially told police Zoey was disciplined for not eating her food. The victim's...
This is where I know this world is. We're just at a point of no return, unfortunately. She is disciplining a 3-year-old for not eating food. I think we tend to forget about that we were in this position once upon a time. And for the most part, a lot of us didn't get treated the way that we treating our kids. Not me per se, just being a part of the 28-year-olds that have children. A lot of people ain't treating their kids the same way that they grew up. Or they treating their kids exactly the same way they grew up, good or bad. But when we got a young girl that's saying that she originally disciplined her child for not eating, you know how much shit children choose to eat one day and won't eat the next day, and choose to eat it another day after they ain't chose to eat it the day before? I'm always having to find myself finding new ways and new avenues of different things to introduce to my child, because the things that she once liked 2 weeks ago, she might not have the same taste for it. You know why? If she only 3 years old, how much shit has she experienced as far as taste buds wise? So they always yearning for something new. They're a new being to this hellish of a planet that we are occupying at the time. So when we beating and disciplining our kids at 3 years old for not eating in such a way where she ultimately loses her life, come on. Really? Come on. This is sad. This is sad how we treating our own offspring. This is savaging. This is the definition of a savage. This is the definition of a savage. It's when the mother or elders or older individuals take advantage or attack, beat, maim, discipline in such harsh manners where it can ultimately lead up to the younger adolescent losing their life. So now we see a lot of young dudes saying they savages. Who are they killing? Majority of the time they're killing each other, which is other young individuals. So we came from being raised like this, savaging, to now we are becoming the savages. And we have mothers continuously doing the savaging, which is as far as beating your 3-year-old child for not eating some bullshit that you probably don't even know how to fucking cook, or some microwavable bullshit. Some shit that neither one of y'all necessarily created. So she done died over some shit that some other entity created as far as a food consumption. Think about it.
5-year-old sister told police that Zoey was whooped with a belt and that her mom's 29-year-old boyfriend, Devon Levante Allen, often forced the girl to stand in the corner and make an X with her body against the wall. Tiara Glenn later admitted that she hit the...
So you got this girl stretching out like she being strip searched by the police at 3 years old, standing in a corner. What the fuck is going on? People like this need to be exterminated. People like this need to be executed by the hands of the law. This is what we doing? Nigga, you can't even get another nigga in the street to goddamn stand in a corner and spread eagle. But you gonna make a 3-year-old girl do it? These niggas be sick. These niggas be weird as fuck. I guarantee this nigga had a goddamn Glock with a 30 and had some more shit and was rapping that same little dark shit that everybody else be, but didn't know this nigga was in the house torturing little kids. Fuck out of here, right? Is this what we doing now? We giving military punishments to our children, 3 years old. You didn't even hear what else happened up until it. She got whooped with a belt and some more shit and still had to go stand in the corner spread eagle, and then ultimately still lost her life. Let's hear.
Girl with a belt at least 6 times.
6 times.
Also said that Allen
swacking the shit out of that little girl for no reason. Slave shit.
and covered her face with a black scarf. Glenn's...
Now you covering the little girl face with a black scarf. What type of sick individual is you, man? See, that's why I ain't want to go to jail. Because I already knew they wouldn't have to put me in a solitary confinement. Because I love niggas coming to jail like that. No, I ain't the biggest, I ain't the swollest, but nigga, I stand for something, girl. And there's a lot of other people that's in there that gonna have life that stand for something too. Them the motherfuckers I'm gonna be with. The motherfuckers that we ain't gonna let everybody come in here and you didn't goddamn torture a little girl until she didn't goddamn ultimately hyperventilated and died. Bro, you putting a black scarf over the girl's head like you CIA, like you taking her to some disclosed location. Ain't no telling else what the fuck his ass been doing with these kids. And for the 5-year-old sister to know her sister then being killed at 5 years old, where she can say what been happening, she be getting her ass whooped like that too. She just a little older where she was able to be smart enough to avoid severe ass whooping, unlike her 3-year-old sister. That just all this started because she didn't want to choose, because she wasn't hungry, or she didn't want to eat that bullshit. This what we doing? We killing our kids because they don't want to eat this bullshit GMO ass food, this processed ass food, this over preservative ass food. Really? I let my daughter waste shit all the time. I buy my shit for my daughter and she completely wastes it. She get mad, she'll throw that shit. I ain't never whooped her ass for none of that shit. That's some slave shit, man. I ain't finna whip my child for, even if I went out there and bought it, even if I spend my energy to go out there and get it. If you don't want it, you don't want it. It is what it is. We gotta find something else. But no, I ain't gonna have to go. I ain't gonna keep going out and substituting shit for you. So if you spill that shit, then that's that. Now you will learn that. Damn, if I spill this, then I might have to go back and get them graham crackers or something off the floor, because Daddy ain't gonna give me fill my tray back up no more on my plate. But I ain't finna whoop her ass for her spilling shit, not wasting shit. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. And to put a black bag over your daughter's head. Not even, this ain't even your daughter. To put a black bag over a child's head or a black scarf. What the fuck, bro? This nigga watching too many movies, man. Niggas watching too many movies and they goddamn repeating this shit on little kids. Nigga, if you don't take your bitch ass out in the streets of Gary, Indiana, and go do this to some of them niggas, know why you doing this shit in the house? Because them niggas in Gary, Indiana, boy, do your ass dirty, boy. You probably one of them niggas that been doing other niggas dirty. And look where you go in the house. You do even more dirtier shit. Niggas low down. Can't make niggas great again with black motherfuckers doing shit like this. Motherfuckers think this is nigga shit. No, this is black people shit right here. Let's not get misconstrued. Motherfuckers think black people are the ones that do all the civilized shit and all that shit. No, hell no. Black people are the ones that do shit behind closed doors and smile out in the public because they don't want nobody else to see what the fuck they gonna do. Niggas will let you know what the fuck they do. There's plenty niggas out here that niggas know that did certain shit that they wouldn't do. But niggas know that they did that shit. Niggas do not hide behind the closed doors and throw rocks and then don't think, no, that wasn't me who shot her. No, if we live in that life, we live in that life. Black people are the only ones that do this shit. Come out as far as that bitch with the red hair, that bitch probably go to church. I wouldn't doubt that bitch believed in Jesus and God. Not saying I'm wrong.
Said Allen took the girl back into the closet and struck her several more times before she collapsed.
And you struck her several more times in the head before she collapsed, after you'd already basically gagged and bound her and then took her back to the back in a closet. What the fuck? Look at how this little girl did end her life. By her own fucking family. Is y'all serious? Is y'all fucking serious? Look how this little 3-year-old girl had to end her life. Like she was in a concentration camp or something. That little girl, 3 years, probably been hell. You think this was just one event? No, that girl been living hell ever since she been born. And that 5-year-old little girl probably been living the same amount of hell. Man, this is sad.
She's unconscious, but she's breathing.
According to charging documents, Zoey was limp and gasping for air. 20 minutes passed. Glenn said she Googled hyperventilation and then final.
So she let the girl sitting there, gasp for air, crying, limp, can't even move. At 3 years old, you left your daughter in there for 20 minutes. My daughter started hyperventilating in the first goddamn minute or two. If I can't take her to the hospital my goddamn self, I'm calling the fucking ambulance. And I'm not gonna Google hyperventilation. Look how this how dumb people is. People don't know you can die from hyperventilation. Man, we such a dumbed down population right now. And we killing our own kind. We killing our own offspring, savaging, because we all savages. And then the dumb bitch don't even know what the fuck hyperventilation is. And a 3-year-old, you more susceptible to die if you over hyperventilating at a 3-year-old. Man, and you already got blunt force trauma and you already been beat. All that trauma, mentally and physically. Her soul gave up. It wasn't that the wounds was that bad where she died. Her soul gave up and said, fuck this shit.
Call 911.
You're gonna need to escort this ambulance to the hospital.
Doctors at Coleman Children's Hospital said the girl had a traumatic brain injury, brain swelling, and marks on her body consistent with child abuse. Both Allen and Glenn were charged with 8 felony counts and are being held at the Lake County Jail. Now, Allen was not arrested in Gary. The Linwood Police Department told me that he was taken into custody there and then was extradited back to Indiana. Brad?
Megan, do we know if the family had any prior contact with the Indiana Department of Child Services?
You know, Brad, that was one of our first questions, but unfortunately, Indiana DCS tells us that their confidentiality laws keep them from commenting on any involvement with the family.
Okay, CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey. Megan.
Motherfucker get all this government assistance, all these PPP loans, all these extra stimulus checks, all these bonuses for having these kids, and then they still don't even got the fucking patience or decency, or because they lack the know-how to properly train a child. This is why they allow a whooping or a lashing of your kids, because they know you're raising them. Just like what they have to do with animals when they trying to get the mugs to do certain things that they want to do. What they do, they lash them bitches. That's the only thing. They only do that type of shit to the goddamn animals. They only do that shit to animals. Even in the military, they might get up in your face and scream at you, but they're not finna just start whooping your ass with a belt. No, they're gonna make your ass strenuously do some push-ups, runs, other strenuous shit mentally and physically on your body. Instead of making that girl goddamn put that black mask on her and whoop her, why not just take her on a long walk and talk to her? And by the time y'all would have got done with that long walk, I guarantee she would have been hungry. Take her on a long walk down the street and just come back. I guarantee she would have been hungry. Maybe she didn't exert enough energy to be hungry. A lot of kids these days don't get to exert the energy and hyperness that we did growing up. It wasn't nothing for us to go outside, and I turned down food all the time. I know most of the kids I know turn down food all the time. I'm not hungry right now. Mother, all right, then it'll be cold. All right, it's cool. I'll warm mine up, and we'd go outside and be playing all day, and we'd come home. We wasn't getting beat for not eating, especially at 3 years old. I remember the harshest thing that I used to be getting told is, they were trying to punish me or instill discipline if I wasted some food or if I tried to get up without eating a whole plate. And these was only men that was in my life that, for whatever fucking reason, had some goddamn authority over the meals and the plates, even though they ain't cook shit, didn't go buy shit, and didn't prepare shit. But they say, oh no, you gonna sit your ass there until you eat that whole plate. That slavery, that plantation, it's that I'm master. Everybody want to be their own master. So when you get your own child, it's okay to do what you want to do to them behind closed doors until shit goddamn get on the news. And it's been real. Keep it a style for the style now. We gone. Appreciate y'all.